Hello, my name is Ira Smith, and I'm going to give a quick overview of differentiating assessments using formative assessments. And basically, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you what I once did in my computer class for the students, as opposed to what can be done to enhance their projects and using a different formative assessment. So let's give a little quick overview of how I used to do it. All right. So at the beginning of the school, beginning of the year, the students will go over various software such as Word and PowerPoint um, and different apps using the iPad. Towards the end, they would do a research project, and the research project would basically end in a PowerPoint presentation or maybe some type of advertisement to show that they've learned how to use certain softwares. The research projects for fourth grade is normally presidents, and for fifth grade, it's normally they do research on the United States. So I'm going to do a real quick um, assessment on how they did it from the beginning before I actually added the new differentiating software to use more formative assessments. So what they would do, the students first, is they would meet with their teachers in the classroom. Classroom teachers would give them either a state or a president to look up or to research. Once they um, once they figured out which president or state that they were going to use, then they would go to the library, and from the library there they would do research, finding books and reading up on whatever person or state they had. From that standpoint, they would come to the classroom where or to the computer lab where I reside, and they would come in and they would get on the computers and they would do more research. It's like more reteaching. So here in the lab, they would use the internet and do searches. Of course, the internet, the search engines were kid friendly, um, so they wouldn't get into any particular things that they didn't supposed to do. So here I am using my own computer, so this is just a quick review how it would work. So let's say that the students were going to do their research project on an animal. So let's say prehistoric animals. So I would basically tell them, okay, this is what you're supposed to do. You have to give me 5 facts about your animal, and you have to give me 2 fun facts about your animal. You have to have a picture, and depending on if they were using Word or if they were using PowerPoint. If they're using PowerPoint, then they had to insert some sound. Word, you don't have to insert sound, but you have to insert pictures. So let's go with Word, and I have up already. So what they would do is they would go to the internet, and then they would research whatever they had. So let's say I'm going to research prehistoric animals, dinosaurs. Let's go with a Tyrannosaurus Rex. So I'll type in prehistoric prehistoric animals, and let's just say I'll find one real quick. And this is just a demonstration. So here we found the oldest Arctic. Let's go with bizarre dinosaurs. So they would look up a bizarre dinosaur, and let's say they like this one. So they would find the name of it, and we'll look for the name. And this looks like it. Oh, thanks. So we'll click here, and that's going to be the name of our dinosaur. And then they can actually, once they get that dinosaur, they can find facts, interesting facts on the dinosaur, um, or they can read the article and it may give them some. So once they found whatever animal they like, and they had some fun facts about it. So I'll remember it has a hugely long fingers. So then they would go back to their Word document and they would title it. Let's say I'll title mine The Name of the Dinosaur by R. Smith. And then they would fix it up. They can change the font and everything if they'd like. And those are things that they've learned in the beginning of the year: how to change the font, how to change the font color, and the size. Okay, and so normally I'll ask them to add a picture. So here they'll add a picture, and most of the students already know how to add pictures. Most of the time I try to make sure that they find a picture that's copyright free. So we'll just borrow this little fella just for a second, and we'll save him onto the desktop. And most of the students, they already know how to do this, just as I said before. So we'll open him up. There's our little friend. So we'll open our friend up and we'll save him on the desktop. And we'll use him later. Okay, he's there. So the kids are doing insert. And I don't even know, do insert from picture from the file. And we'll find our dinosaur. There he is. We'll insert him. And the students resize them, because I always tell them, sometimes we print out our project, so I'll tell them to make sure that your pictures are not huge, to avoid using lots of paper and lots of ink. So then they'll go down and they'll add their fun facts. Their 5 facts. So they'll say 5 facts about my dino. And then they'll do their bullets, and they say he has, or it, let's call it it has long fingers. And then so on and so on until they get the 5 facts. And then they'll go down and they'll give 2 facts. And they'll do the same thing. And they'll give their 2 fun facts. And then sometimes, normally, I'll have them to add the URLs where they found it from. It's almost like they're doing referencing their work. So, and this will basically be something that they turn in. Sometimes we view them on the projectors. Sometimes they just turn them in, or the students may walk around the lab and look at everybody else's projects. And a lot of times we print them out and we hang them around the classroom so everybody can go around and look at the facts of the different dinos. So this is one assessment on how well the students learn to do research on different things. And then they're also being assessed in the computer lab by me from being able to learn or use the software or web-based programs that I've taught them throughout the years. So this is what I normally do. This next segment, I'm going to show you how I differentiated this project using Prezi. So here we have Prezi. This is a presentation web-based program, and this is something new that I actually introduced to the students as far as being able to select the different type of formative assessment for their end of the year presentations. So Prezi, of course, has lots of templates. You can do your own. But what I like about Prezi is it's dynamic and it's bold in colors, and the kids really like the animation. So let's do a quick Prezi, just to kind of show you how the kids went through. So we'll find a template. I'll just choose one. So we'll go with let's go with nodes. So we'll use that template, and I've showed the children how to use Prezi. We hadn't gotten deep into it, but that's for a that's one of the things that I'm going to get into the beginning of the next year. So here in Prezi, you can, there's a lot of customizable things that you can do, but here I'll change the color because that blue is rather bright and I like dark colors. So the kids get to choose whatever color they like, and we'll start. Here are your slides over here, and the kids are kind of familiar with it because it's almost set up like PowerPoint. So they choose their first slide, and of course the kids were doing research on dinosaurs. So we'll go with that same dinosaur we had, and I'll just paste that on there. And of course you can change your font if you like. So our first dinosaur, we'll put by the student's name. And of course they can change the font size and all that good stuff here. And then we'll go to the second, and here you can add some extra things, and I can add, we'll say 5 facts about my dino. And then these other things, children don't need them, so if they didn't want them, they didn't need that, you can easily delete those things. I'll leave that portion there. You can move it around, you can resize it. I'll pull it to the side, resizing that. We'll put it here in the center. And then we'll go to our next slide. So of course that one copied the same thing. So, and we'll go to our next slide. Well, we don't want this here, so we'll have the kids to delete that. And we'll go to our next slide, and we'll say 1 fact. And then we can go here and we can say, well, we don't need that part, so we'll delete that, and we'll go here and we'll say my dino has long fingers. So my dino has long fingers. And then you continue to go to different slides and adding different facts about your dino. If you don't like that slide, you can always click on it and delete it. The ones that you don't need, just click on them and delete them. So we can also add pictures. So we'll add that same picture. So we'll insert a picture of the dinosaur that we had. So we'll insert an image. And we'll go to our desktop to find our image, and we had the dino. We'll click on it and we'll open it, and there's our image. Just be sure to make sure whatever images your students use you're not infringing on any type of copyright issues. Let's get rid of that. So we'll go back, we'll insert our image. Once we had the dinosaur. And we'll center our dinosaur. And there we have it. That's our dinosaur. So let's take a real quick look at it. We'll present. We'll start from the beginning. So that's the name of our dinosaur and who it's by. And we'll have 5 facts about our dinosaur. And the kids love the movement and the colors of the presentation. It's almost like animation. So I'll go to one fact here, and then that's 1 hour facts. So the kids um, can have so much fun playing around with Prezi. They can add many of pictures and lots of facts, even though I keep it small. 5 facts, them being 5th grade and 4th grade students. Sometimes it's kind of hard to keep focus. Um, but web-based programs like this actually allows for the students to stay focused because this is something that they're familiar with. It's almost playing like a video game or on their phone, their iPads, like they do normally already. So, okay, let's take a look at both of these projects side by side. They basically, it's the same project. 5 fun facts about your dinosaur, your animal, your president, however you whatever presentation that they're learning or research project they're doing. But let's take a look at both of them. Here we have Microsoft Word. When I began, I always had the students to be able to change the font color, the size, add pictures. If they were using PowerPoint, they had to add some sound, and they pretty much decorated their page, and they had their font, the 5 facts and their 2 fun facts. But the page is pretty stagnant. It doesn't really do anything. You can make it really nice, but that's pretty much all it does. It gets the job done because the students are learning how to use the software, or showing that they know how to use the software, I should say, and they also showing that they knew how to research and add different things and find their facts and add their facts when they're doing their research to the software. Here I incorporated something new in Prezi, and it does the same thing. You have your 5 fun facts, your 5 facts, and your 2 fun facts. You add your pictures. The only thing is it's a lot more dynamic and a lot more fun to use. The platform is almost familiar. They should be familiar with it because I do teach my students PowerPoint. So they have their slides over here, and if they want to change their slides, of course, they can just click on that slide and they can start adding to it. What makes it really cool is the fact that it's mobile and moves. Animated, I should say, not mobile. It's animated. So students and children love to see animation. So that's one of the really good things that the students would like to see when they're using this program. It's really customizable, really easy to use. Word is easy to use too, but like I said again, it's really stagnant, it doesn't move. And then you have something that's totally new, and the kids are kind of familiar with a lot of animation with the games that they play in their phones and iPads. So this was my differentiation, using a different type of formative assessment that pretty much teaches the students while they're learning at the same time.